Aloha, party people. Thanks for stopping in for whoever's coming into the stream this early on. I appreciate you guys. Oops, I have my own volume up in the background. Sorry for hearing me twice there. But anyways, appreciate you guys for being here. Thanks for coming in. I pulled the stream up so that some friends could find me a little more easily. I might be giving away a bunch of like mares and stuff on, or not mares, excuse me. That's the hardest to get horse in the game. The fowls, that's what they're called, if I'm pronouncing that right, but fowls for everybody. So for people in stream, if you're hanging out and you're a fan of Adopt Me, just go ahead and ask me for a fowl, and I'll probably give you one or maybe a couple. So yeah, appreciate you guys. But I'm going to be AFK for a moment here, so I started up this stream to help some friends find my channel and stream and all that stuff a little easier. And then they can also add me on PlayStation or Discord or whatever, play other games. You're welcome to come play with me. If not, all good. If you don't even like my stream and you just want to leave a dislike and leave, that's all good too. Don't even care. Doesn't matter too much. Appreciate you being here. I will return. Aloha, Mando. Thanks for stopping in, bud. I am just AFK. I'm loading up some medicine, get myself a little balanced and all good. But I appreciate you being here, buddy. And I saw your messages on Discord. I also appreciated those. So thank you very much, homie. And, I'm glad to know that I can help you in some way, shape, and form with all the help you've done for me. You guys being here, all my friends gaming with me over the years and stuff. You guys helps me keep some level of balance and some stability in my life. Some outlet I had to turn to. I had you guys. I had gaming to turn to. When everything else was overwhelming me, I still had a spot. So yeah, appreciate you guys. Stream, I never could. People are so mean. Nah, spammy. I mean, people were definitely mean over on Twitch. When I first started streaming, I tried to do it on Twitch and didn't go very well. My first like 2 weeks of streaming, probably like the first 5 to 8 streams I maybe did, all of them being on Twitch, and it really didn't go well. People definitely were mean. But what I've realized is I've had people who are a lot closer to me and a lot more like important in my life hurt me a lot worse than anybody else ever could. So somebody online can say whatever they want anymore. Like your words online aren't going to change my life outside of it. So, and if you're trying to bring me down, then I almost feel sorry for you rather than feel bad for myself or feel bad about all the messed up things you say to me. Cause I like what good does going online and trying to drag somebody else down or talk somebody else down or like make their life worse do for anybody? Does it make you feel better at the end of the day? Are you like so proud of yourself? Like, oh man, I bullied this kid online. I can't wait to teach my son that. I'd love to just that's the values we should be passing on. Like, no, I'm sorry. I'm not like that. So I can't do that. So, but I try to stay positive, guys. Try to pass on the positivity, and I hope that other people can feel that and maybe want to pass it on too. If the more people that pay it forward, the more likely the world will start caring about each other. People will realize that they're all humankind, and that's the hardest part of that phrase is that people forget the second word. Everybody's okay with being human, but most people don't want to be kind, which I mean, sad but true. But we should be, guys. We should be. We're the change that the world needs. Every single one of us. If we take that little bit of time, that little extra, just to be nicer to a person, or just to think to myself, this is a little mean. Should I even bother saying it? No, you probably should. So like, it is what it is. But we just try to do vibing, do vibing and do good vibing, right? Do happiness. But anyways, I will be back in just a little bit, guys. I just had to pop on because I saw Mando type and Mando my dude, so I needed to at least say thank you, Mando. Fanblade, hey, it's Spam. Appreciate you, Spammy. Appreciate you. You didn't have to come sub. You didn't have to come like the stream. You didn't even have to be here. Any of it. But I appreciate that you did. Very kind of you. Very cool. Hope my voice isn't annoying to you, but if it is, I understand. I'm not for everybody. I am an acquired taste, much like wine drinkers who have only that one wine that they really like. You could offer them a different Pinot Grigio, but that ain't their brand, and they don't want it. Like this. I'm that. I am a very acquired taste. But all of you that acquire my taste, y'all people are real. Y'all people are awesome. So yeah, don't forget it. Because once in a while I forget it, but you guys come in and help me out. So I'm going to remind you back. That's what we do. We all here to back each other up. All right, now for real, I'm stepping away for a moment there, guys. Appreciate y'all. Stream chat's nice and quiet. Okay. Let me see what's going on in the actual game chat then. Just make sure if anybody's talking to me, I'm not being rude and not responding to them. You know, because y'all know me. That's how I is. Oh, there we go. That was the only thing that was spoken to me. Gout it. But anyways, what's up, chat? How y'all doing? Appreciate you guys stopping here. If math is mathing me right, believe I will need exactly $101,300 to be able to buy 50 apples to get the new little fire horses. Which I mean, not to say nothing, but clearly you can see these little guys right here. I've got the little ones in my pen. I've got one of the fire ones out right now. I've only gotten one of the mares, but I have. Hold on. So four fully grown, one teen, one junior, 37 uh, newborn fowls. So yeah, it's a good plus the four in the pen. So that right there is 41, 42, 43, and then the four in the pen, 47 total fouls. And I gave some away too, so I had more. I had over 50 at one point. Um, so yeah, after I get 50 more apples, I'm going to have a lot more of these fouls because that's the most common one out of the apple. So yeah, probably just be giving away a bunch of them to different fans, maybe people who are new to Adopt Me don't have a lot, or somebody who can't play much this week, so they're worried. They're like, man, I'm not going to be able to buy many of those horses. I only got like $4,000 on my account, and I'm going to be busy all week. I'm not really going to play much. Like I try to look for the people that seem like they could use the help. Like they would appreciate being able to get some of the stuff that might be harder for them to get. And I usually do like to hold on to stuff until it's out of game, so I might actually hold on to a lot of the horses, a lot of the little fowls, and save them for after they're out of game, and then give away a bunch of them to some people and new players and stuff like that. Because it's even more exciting for people when it's a pet that's out of game and they haven't seen before, and maybe they're a new player, so they just started, a week from now is the first day they're starting the game, and a month from now is the time I do the giveaway. So they'd seen the little fire horses, but they themselves weren't on and playing when the event happened. And I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it, but whatever. Y'all know how I like to do. Anybody who's been around the channel for a long enough time has seen all the random stuff I have given away through my YouTube channel. But yeah, I met some people on here. So any typing you guys see in chat, just gonna let my chat know, is these all these people have to be within a certain age group. Roblox changed things to where there's like age group things and all this different stuff, and so more than likely anybody who's able to type should at least be an adult, a grown person. That doesn't mean they're going to act like one, but that does mean that, that's the only reason I can see their chat. If they were not, the chat would show up as like a little lock and like dots. So yeah, I met adult gamer friends. They help me grind out a lot of stuff on this game, even when I'm AFK, like 90% of the time. I'm not even like playing. They're just carrying me around, helping me do my pets tasks and stuff like that while I'm cleaning my house or doing stuff with my son, like playing D&D or whatever it may be. So, uh-oh. Burnt Boy is glitched. What did he do? He don't want to do his walk task. Is that what he's that he being a bad boy? This baby just goes zooming by. I'm be fast AF. Yeah. little items that make you speedy. I think I have one. I don't think it makes you as fast as some of the other ones. Like, I believe there are different speeds to them, but I have one. It is these right here, cinnamon roasted almonds. If I pull this out and eat this on my character, my walk speed becomes higher. I also slide a little bit though after that, but I don't think it's as high of a walk speed as like the speed potion or the little cookies that you could get that give you speedy feats too. So yeah, those she just let me know that my pet got glitched. Sometimes it'll happen where like partway through a task it can't complete it, or at least for the person who's like assisting the person with their pet, but the person whose pet it actually is can get the task completed. So uh, that's why I picked it up and carried it around for a moment to get the carry task completed for him. I also am well on my way to making a mega of the little Tegu guy. I'm partway through on my frogs too. I like my frogs. These guys I'm probably gonna shred. Probably gonna make a mega out of these cows and then shred it, which means put releasing it in the pet releaser. They call it shredding it, but you know, I guess that's a more brutal term to give it. But you know, a bunch of adult gamers in the chat, so of course they come up with a brutal term for it. Uh, who's that? Apple Builds. Hi, aloha, welcome. Thank you for stopping in. Hope you're doing well. Uh, so yeah, probably gonna shred those guys. But the Kai Juniors, I love them. I'm making a second mega because I'm gonna permaspray him white. This one is Ravesaurus Rex. The other one's gonna be Rechosaurus Rave. And yeah, they're gonna be my little rave dinos, my little ravezillas. So, but yeah, I got neon tegus. Like I got some foliage too. Once I get this one done, actually, I'll have enough for one mega, and then I got four more ready for another mega, and then I still got 22 more than 22 more tegus, like probably 30 at least. But I don't mind. They're common, but I love the little lizards. Like a lot of the common pets, the mouse, you know, he's cute, stuff like that. But like that the bullfrog was one that was before I was even playing the game. So this was out of game when I even started. And I'm doing well, man. Thank you for asking, Apple Builds. Been, you know, I've had some rougher days, but you know, I think D&D with my son over the weekend, it actually really helped cheer me up a lot. Uh, but yeah, you know, so that was good. We had good times, and you know, life is full of twists and turns, and you know, some things aren't even current that cause you pain or problems, but that you know, people suffer from all sorts of things. I try not to ever like uh, assume I understand what somebody might be going through, nor do I ever try to you know like make something worse for somebody because life's already bad enough for a lot of people. So if I can just in some way, shape, or form, even just with a little bit of words or some kindness or whatever, make someone's day just that much better, I would rather be better than worse. You know, like I don't want to be the guy who's arguing with someone, screaming and yelling and making someone's day worse. I'd much prefer to be the guy in front of me can't quite afford what he's getting, but he's only like 80 cents short, and you know I just toss $1 on the counter, and I'm like, hey, you know, no problem, man. Have a great day. You know, never get the guy's name, never see him or anything like that. Like, just just little acts of kindness, you know. See a car broken down on the side of the road. If I'm not late for work or like whatever, you know, I'm going to stop and help that guy push the car out of the road because I've been there. And having a bunch of cars speeding past you while you're already freaking out trying to get your vehicle even working so that you can try to even start getting the steps of getting your life back together because your mode of transportation is now gone and who knows for how long and if you can even afford to fix it. Like, I don't know, man. I feel for people whenever I see and understand that anybody's going through stuff. Like, I can feel for it because I've been through quite a bit on my own. Oh, she was putting me in the bath. See, look at that. This is why I have friends, is because when I'm doing the tasks on these games, I'm not efficient like this. Like, I don't do all the tasks all super efficient. I'm kind of slow about it. I'm not, but I like it because it's just peaceful. It's just a peaceful little game. I get to wander around and do little tasks, and I get to earn cool stuff from it. I have a UFO car in this game, and like a little cloud I can fly around on, and a pirate ship I can go drive around in the water area, and like, and that's just the vehicles in the game. And then there's all these cool little pets, and I don't know. It's just for me relaxing and enjoyable, and I feel like I'm actually like earning stuff, like when you're leveling up in a game and your character's getting stronger and all that. Like in this game, I have my little pets, and I'm getting new pets and getting more pets, and sharing pets, giving them away to people, and just and truly enjoying. Agreed. It's a very fun game. Yeah, like if I want to get all wild and get super hardcore gaming, I would play like Rivals and stuff like that. But uh, my favorite part, I mean, of Roblox in general, because I also like the Forge and prospecting, and like there's some games on Roblox that are really good, and then there's a lot of ones that are like the same thing rehashed, like simulators and uh, stuff like that. So, but yeah, I don't know. Like a lot of the games, like I said, the simulators, all that stuff on Roblox are the same things over and over. But as far as my favorite thing about Adopt Me is, I don't know, the uniqueness of it, like the different little pets. There's little fire ones, little ice ones. Like you you can build your own whole house. Like this friend right here built this whole house, and like it looks super cool. And upstairs there's like a magical forest thing up there. I'd try to go up there, but the stairway is blocked off and the ladder's a little hard to use as a baby. So I can do it. I'd done it before, but it is a little tough to use. So plus she just warped us away from the house to go to the hospital. But like building is your favorite part. See, and that's so cool because my son's really good at building. He's been super into Minecraft ever since he was little and like stuff like that. So I think if he got into that aspect of this game, he might truly enjoy it. But he's the one who got me into Roblox and Adopt Me and stuff like that. And then he doesn't really play Adopt Me. He likes all the other games on Roblox. He likes to try out new stuff like all the time, and sometimes go back to certain same games. He likes certain shooting games like Hypershot and Rivals and stuff. But then he wants me to play with him. But he's playing on my PlayStation at the time when he's playing him, and he wants me to play with him, and I would be on my phone. And I'm a gamer; I can play with a controller. But as soon as you try to get me to play a first-person shooter on a phone, yeah, that doesn't work too well for me. Like my fingers always slip from where they're supposed to be, and like I drag it too far off screen, and all sorts of stuff. Like I don't know, it doesn't go well. So I try not to play intense stuff on my phone. I tend to like card games on my phone, if I'm being honest. Like Marble Snap. But uh, yeah, there's lots to love about Adopt Me, to to be honest. Like I said, all the cool vehicles and stuff, the very unique pets. Like I honestly, if I could as an artist, I would love to like find a way to reach out to the devs of the game and just help throw them some ideas for different pets and stuff like that, different unique looking pets and how they could look or ideas for them and stuff like that. Because I mean, I was just talking to my friends on this game about it the other day, how cool I think it would be if they did like a fantasy. I know they kind of did before because we have like hydras and wyverns and stuff like that, but let's do a fantasy again and let's let's have, you know, like a mimic, a cool little mimic chest guy. Let's have like a treant, you know. Let's we have the Gallic Fae, but we could have like, you know, some other Fae type creatures and characters. We could have a dryad, you know, like there could be some pretty cute little interesting creatures. I feel like they could grab and do a whole nother fantasy theme one again. And you know, I guess my biggest disappointment on like the big update changes was for the lures. I feel like the stuff in the lures takes quite a bit of time to get, and you have to remember to keep logging in and check them and stuff like that. If ultimately if you're not very like consistent about the lures, you won't get a whole lot of pets out of them. So the pets from there are kind of tough to get. And the ice ones and fire ones, very cool. Don't get me wrong. I thought the ice ones very cool. The fire ones very cool. The event where you would get like special stuff to put in your lures, they've done a couple of those too. That's pretty cool too. You know, and you get higher chances for stuff, so you get pets out of the lure a little more often with that stuff. But it's easy to forget lures. But like I thought it was so cool they were doing ice and fire when the magma one was ending and the fire and the magma moose and stuff. I love the moose and the snail and all those guys, but I was like, cool. It's a different one now. It's going to be an ice one. How cool would it be if this time they finally add a lizard or a frog or a turtle to the lure, you know? Because those are like my three favorites, followed by like dinosaurs and dragons. So like out of all my pets, the ones that I tend to use the most and keep the most are those five variations. And I would have loved to see an awesome little ice turtle or you know frozen froggy or whatever it may be, but like none of that happened, and they still have tons of opportunity. I mean, they could do that with fire ones or magma ones. You know, they can make some magma or fire turtles and frogs and lizards and stuff. Like, be very cool. But none of that stuff has happened. And then for this event, like I don't know, it I liked when the Chinese New Year event was its own whole event thing. Like I still have one of the boxes from it, this right here, special Lunar New Year gift box. So I liked when the Lunar New Year got to be the main portion of the event. This one being like the Valentine's was the main portion of the event, and then the Lunar New Year horses just kind of got thrown in as a little extra. Which don't get me wrong, the horses are cute. I think they're great. I know a lot of people think they're not like unique enough. They just look like three different sizes and colors of the same horse, basically. But I think they're cool. Um, I don't know. And then they're changing stuff with the releaser, which I think is probably a good thing because the releaser is it seems like a lot. You got to go make a mega pet or, you know, get a bunch of pets. Like if you're not aging them up before you're releasing them, you're not getting as much out of it as you can. And you have to release a bunch of pets essentially for two eggs. One of them being a crystal egg, the other one being basic. More than likely, you're going to get a rare or lower out of that basic. Um, and the crystal egg can have stuff that you know it can have stuff that's even current. It can have stuff that you know like it can be a big variation of stuff. And don't get me wrong, some of those ultra rares and stuff in there are really cool, but with just how tough they are to get, I've managed to open 10 or more crystal eggs, and I've only ever got one legendary out of them, and it was a diamond unicorn. and I'm not a fan of the unicorns, not a fan of the diamond pets. So I pretty much turned around and just gave it away immediately because I didn't even want it. I didn't trade it for nothing. I just did here, give it away because uh, didn't know they were gonna. So they're getting rid of the giant panda. There's gonna be a new uh, super rare, like the top rarest one to get out of the egg. So Crystal Egg's best pet will not be a giant panda anymore. It will be a new animal that isn't allowed to be released yet. That will be next Monday. That the releaser stuff is taking place, but also the way the releaser works is going to be changed a bit. There will no longer be a timer to wait after you release the pet. You will, so you can just get your rewards immediately now. Um, and then the other variation to it, well, you will be getting tickets for releasing your pets. And with those tickets, you get a little more agency in choosing what you buy with the tickets rather than you don't get to choose. And there will be one pet that can be purchased specifically with tickets. So it will be a few good changes for sure. I'm almost there. $101,300. That's what it's going to cost for 50 fire apples. Is Apple in the game? Yeah, I see Apple builds in the game. Yeah, that's got to be the same name. So yeah, I definitely excited. Yeah, I've been saving up the bucks. Like I said, I wouldn't have nearly as many as I do if it wasn't for the friends I made on this game that helped me do tasks a lot and stuff. Very chill people. So I would love to game with them more, play any other games with them if I can. I try out games that I don't really know and not very good at and stuff too, just to play with friends. Not the biggest fan of Fortnite, but I still play Fortnite specifically because friends. I like having fun games. You can never get more than. Oh yeah, that's right. You're a builder. I completely understand. No, building. I've watched friends go through insane amounts of money building on this game. So like, I completely understand. Especially if you're a good builder. If you're real good at your stuff and glitch building and all that different stuff, all the different little items that you got to piece together to make this statue and stuff. It's not an item that's in the game, but it's you're piecing together blocks and spheres and whatnot to make it exist. Like it's so cool to see the stuff you guys can do on this. Like very artistic, very cool. All the costumes people make on the game too, like people's outfits and stuff, really great. You know what? I'm gonna try to go show. Oh, you're in her house, so you could see it. But for anybody in chat who might want to see, I'm gonna try to. Oh, it's right. I ate speedy feats. That's making it a little harder. Guess I'm a good builder. I spent all my bucks on it. Yeah, but up there, upstairs in this area, her friend helped build this too. Her friend's also a really good builder. I love this little like glowy forest. Just this whole. It's pretty awesome. So yeah. And we always invite everybody to family because, make money together. If we're in family in this game and we're doing tasks near each other, you earn a little extra bucks from it. So we all help each other make money. Yeah, it is very cool. Her friend did a wonderful job with that. But I mean, let's be honest, she did a wonderful job with this whole bottom floor too. Like, this looks like a party. And there's so much like AFK stuff to do that like she could have probably 20 people in her house and everybody would still have room to do all their stuff for their pets. It's absolutely wild, but very cool. If you saw my house, you'd be like, "Oh, okay. This is what a basic builder looks like who doesn't know how to do a whole lot, but at least has his theme in mind that he tried, tried to go with and stick to. It's not amazing, but it's home. It's my little place. Hey, aloha, Mr. Nintendo. How you doing, boss? Good to see you. Appreciate you coming in. Just grinding some stuff up on here. Probably a little later. I'm gonna go play some other games. Figure see who all's coming in and wants to play what and whatnot. But I gotta get that watch time back. I gotta be working on that because I took too long of a hiatus from YouTube, guys. I went and got myself monetized after a bunch of work, did all sorts of stuff, did giveaways, had my own emotes coming out, had all sorts of stuff going, and then things hit me hard in life, and I took a hiatus for a year or longer, and YouTube got rid of everything I had, my monetization and uh, my memberships, my emotes, my all that stuff. And then they told me, hey, we got different rules now. Now it's about watch time hours. We don't care how many subs you got. We don't care, how whatever. It's about consistent videos and watch time hours. So life hit me hard. How tall I am, I don't know, man. Guess it depends on which grocery store clerk you're asking as I'm walking out of the store. Pretty normal average height, as, as far as I know. They talk about some Flamingo. I want to make a neon one day. Yeah, the Flamingo was cool, but I wasn't playing a lot during the Halloween event, so I don't have an insane amount of the Halloween pets. I kept one Flamingo for myself, though. One little guy right there. One little guy, like 5'8", 6 foot, 4'11". I mean, take your pick, I guess. Does it like make much of a difference what my height actually is? Would that like impact your life in some way positively or negatively, whether you know or don't know that information? Because I just don't understand. I'm just some dude playing a video game. No, I'm just curious. Hey, that's fair. People do get curious. As I don't know, man. It's been a while. I guess I could look at my ID and it might tell me. How tall do you think aliens are? If like, do you picture them as little green guys, or like about normal human height, or like are they green? Are they gray? Are their heads large? Are their heads fairly normal size? Like, yeah, see, there you go. I don't know, like normal height. There you go. That's what it is. Then we'll go with that. I like that answer. A normal height. I'm gonna tell somebody that the next time they ask me. How tall are you? I don't know, like a normal height. So what's the answer I could give that'll sound the most human, that won't give me away, that like as I don't know. Oh, see, look at that. Me just my ADHD. I start thinking, oh, let me wander through the house for a second, go grab myself a drink. I wasn't even done with the task. I'm trying to go. grab this drink just to earn like an extra little $10 for drinking this drink. But I was I was trying. Irish originally. I did I love me a Guinness. Top of the morning to you laddies. It was high fives all around. Am I on Twitch? I had a Twitch a long while ago. I haven't streamed on that one in probably at least 5 years. So maybe I'm German. Uh, das das Blut, ja. The Drakes, or no, Guinness is Irish. So then what's the German one? I know Russian they like vodka, right? What's the German big drink? I'm not sure, but yeah, maybe I do have German ancestry. I'm not. Do I know what I am originally? I mean, a mutt. I'm a space mutt. I'm I'm the culmination of a bunch of different like you know like species and DNAs combined together to make one life form that just cares about life and thinks that maybe we should celebrate it and want it to exist and succeed. But hey, that's maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that, and life should cease to exist, and we're just a detriment to the rest of the existence in the universe. The known universe, because there's probably more beyond that. Part South American. I mean, Brazilian people are super chill, like from what I hear. So I wouldn't mind that. Maybe I am part South American. Um, I can't do a Brazilian accent for you though. That's not one that I'm very good with. I need more friends who do accents and voices and stuff around me that will do it with me so that I feel less weird doing it, and then I can work on my voice acting more because I would ultimately at some point in time, I don't even care if it's not a big deal, but at some point in time in my life, I would love to voice act for a cartoon or something of the sort, or a video game, or I would love to. I would love to just play a character, voice act a thing, even if it's a very small role or whatever. It would be an accomplishment for me in my lifetime that I would be proud of and happy about. Even if the game was awful or the movie was awful or whatever it was and people hated it, I still would think it would be cool to be like, yeah, I actually did some real voice acting. So, just another dream and goal. It's good to have those guys. It's like who he's talking to. Oh yeah, man. No, is your settings set to there's like a weird YouTube setting to where like chat will filter certain messages. It's so weird, man. Like I felt bad when I first didn't know about that setting because I thought of how many streams did I do before I figured out that this setting had changed and started to exist, and my my train of thought just ran away from me. But like how many streams did I do before I realized that this setting exists? So how many like fans or new people or like whatever it may be, people that are not verified for whatever reason or I don't know, but like came in and maybe said something and were nice and friendly and I never even saw their message because YouTube changed the way that thing worked and I didn't know and I didn't switch my settings to be like, "Hey, show me every message, not just the top messages." Like, I'm sorry, I don't play favorites over here, so you're all top messages as far as I'm concerned. If we're all being polite and friendly, I have no problem with any of y'all. Y'all are all welcome, you know. None of us are above or below any others of us. We all stand on the same equal ground. That's how it should be. That's the way I prefer it and like it, and that's the way I build my community. So, like we try to just have care, understanding, and respect for one another. Peace, love, unity, and respect. I say that at the end of 90% of my streams that I've done, and there's a reason for it because I truly believe it. If the world had peace, love, unity, and respect for one another at all times, the world would be a substantially better place, and maybe a species could move forward rather than just a country moving forward, or a guy's bank account moving forward, or a guy's power of, being the leader of this is it moves forward. Nah, we want the people, everyone. We want not even just the people, all living things on the planet. Like, we want the planet to survive. We don't want to destroy this planet and then just go, cool, now we're a spacefaring species and let's go fly somewhere else and find another planet and destroy that one too. Like, no, 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 no. Hold on. let's as a species, as an existing sentient species, let's all decide that life has value and it should be treasured. Like, is that so difficult of a task to have everyone agree upon? I mean, I don't think it has anything to do with anything else. Just that life is valuable. Life matters. Because if it doesn't, then why are we all here? Why not just end it now? If life doesn't matter at all, then what was the point? Like, so it's got to matter. So it matters, guys. Therefore, we all matter. And if we act like each other matter even just a little bit, if we can start caring just a little bit about somebody else rather than ourselves, the world will be a better place. So, you know. W speech, W Nintendo. I'm sorry, guys. I go off on some tangents sometimes. I don't mean to get like weird or political or anything like that. I just want, if some stupid thing I say in some day, some way, shape, or form can inspire anybody who had ever heard me, and they go on to do something amazing and do something kind and do something that benefits humanity, or changes someone's life for the better, then I did it, man. I'm so glad that I said all this stuff, even if everybody else thought I was stupid and hated me and disliked the stream and unsubscribed and went and flamed me on the internet or whatever it may be. Like, I'm still so glad I did it, because it did that one positive thing, that one little positive trickle effect, where I start a little trickle of kindness, and maybe that becomes an avalanche later on that saves somebody's life, or helps somebody out of a rut. Like, if somebody in my chat ends up doing well for themselves, and they start caring enough that they care about their neighbor, and maybe their neighbor's this little old lady, and she had a son or daughter, but they died. She outlived her own kid, and she's just sad in her own little zone. And like, maybe you go out of your way to help this lady dig her car out of the snow when it snows. Like, you're a hero. You're a hero. That's all I gotta say. And if it took just one little positive thing, if you just remember my voice every once in a while, and it has this little positive phrase that you hear, because I forget the things I say. You guys remind me of stuff I say more than I even know, because I say too much that I don't remember ever, the way I phrase certain things and everything that I do say and do. Like, I try my best to keep track of it all, but I just I just would much rather be a positive influence, be able to pass words of kindness than words of hate, you know, and any of that stuff. Like, you don't have to have money to offer someone. You don't have to have any of that stuff. You can literally lend an ear sometimes. Sometimes you can just just be there for somebody, even if you don't got much else to offer. Like, sometimes somebody just needs someone around, even if it's not an ear to listen. They just wanted somebody just kind of sit there with them and go through it. Their grandfather just passed away. They don't know how to feel, so they sit in sorrow, and you don't know what to say as their friend. You don't know how to help them. What do? You go sit in sorrow with them. You sit right there next to them. You wait for him to want to put on a sad movie or a funny movie or pull out a board game or whatever it is that they want, and you go along with that. You do that with this friend and help them in any way you can to get through what they're going through. Because sometimes you're the only one they have to rely on, and you don't even know that you're their only one. They wouldn't bother to tell you that. How embarrassing is that? So you never know what small choice you make could cause a big impact for the positive or the negative. So my advice is choose carefully and do your best to be good. That's it. It doesn't you can't always do it, but at least do your best to be good. Just try to. Sometimes it's hard to tell. You feel like you're picking between the lesser of two evils. But still do your best to be good. Genius, aloha. Appreciate you, buddy. Thanks for stopping in. I was getting a little weird there, as I do. I apologize if you walked in the middle of or the end of or whatever part of that whole crazy tangent speech announcement passing of my beliefs. I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you would prefer to refer to the past 20 minutes of me talking as. But I just wanted to share that with you guys. You guys know that you guys here at YouTube and on my channel and stuff are a place for me to comfortably talk with you guys and share things, even if, I don't have anybody else on a mic actually talking back with me. It at least makes me feel better to have you guys to talk to and to have you guys listening, even if you don't type anything in response sometimes, it's nice to know that someone's listening. So I get it. I get the feeling, guys. I get how it can be. Oh, what we got here to wait. Typically, it's not ideal to bring up politics, but in these times, we should point out these billionaire corrupt politicians. I mean, it. Nobody likes that conversation, but in my opinion, politics is purposefully diluted. It is purposely made to be so convoluted that there's so much to go through that you feel like you're doing homework just to fully follow what's going on in politics and how to vote properly for your own opinion. Like otherwise it is just a kind of a shepherd strategy of get some people who seem smart enough and know what they're doing in politics or talking about and have masses follow them, and then everybody will just follow that. But I mean, the point is realistically, no one human being needs $1 billion with how much everything costs in the world and stuff like that right now. That if the wealth of just the 1%, the top 1% of the world, there was like a study. It might have been years back at this point, but the top 1% wealthiest people in the world. So it's like the top three. I mean, I think it was a little more than that, like 3,000, maybe 5,000 people or whatever it is. They are wealthier than the bottom like 70, 80%. So then there's like that middle ground of the, 70 to 99 or whatever, or 80 to 99 that are like pretty wealthy people. But the majority of people considered middle to low class, all of their money put together doesn't even add up to as much as the top, 5,000 people. And realistically, that's insane to think about. What one person ever needs that much money in their lifetime? Why can't they just be happy with $1 million? You get a decent house, you get a decent car, and you get to live out and enjoy the rest of your life. Why are you hoarding the other hundreds of millions for yourself? And like some of them don't even have families or kids and stuff, so they're not even leaving it to anyone. Like what is the point of it? Like, what is the point of once your business has made it and made hundreds of millions of dollars of going, okay, well now we need to reach billions by next year's quota. We need to be. It's not enough. how is hundreds of millions of dollars not enough for somebody? Like I just can't understand. As somebody who's literally been like, oh my God, $5, I can afford lunch today. That's enough. Like that did it. That saved my whole day. I've been there. But these people are on the opposite end of that same, shtick where it's like they're like hundreds of millions. Nah, I need three more private jets and a yacht. Hundreds of millions isn't gonna cut it. I got an island I gotta buy, guys. That's insane. Hui, D6 in Aloha, welcome. Thanks for coming in the stream. We are just chatting about nonsense. Well, just nonsense for sure is, the best way to put it probably. But anyways, like the hardest part is I need somebody who has the biggest heart in the world, but also is super kind and or like super intelligent and super well spoken. We need that person to exist, guys, because we need them to be a leader of like the revolutionary movement of the entire planet, to where people start going, huh, why are we treating each other horribly? Why do we fight over money and stuff like this when these top people are the ones with all of it? The only reason we have to fight over it is because the wealth distribution is completely out of whack, and therefore they can raise the price on anything they want, and it's not that detrimental to them. But it is very detrimental to people who aren't making a lot. Like doesn't a billionaire doesn't care if the gas prices goes up or the price of milk or whatever. He's not even thinking about that money at all. That's chump change to him. The money he thinks about is the 4 million he's investing in this company overseas, or the the $100,000 he's spending on a trip for him and his friends to go to China and do a tour of the country and spend a bunch of money and whatever, or the influencer to go film themselves traveling the world. And like those are, they're thinking about that money. They're not thinking about, dude, like the price of food's gone up. It's more expensive for me to get a sandwich now. you know so it's a very different aspect, and it's messed up that there can be people out there that basic needs are so finite to them that they don't even care about it. Like you could make all of that stuff cost $1,000 each, and those people would laugh, whereas the rest of us would be done for. We would literally not be able to afford rent and food and gas for our vehicle. It would be riots in the streets. All the rest of the normal people would be taking each other out while the rich people are sitting on their mountain of money and laughing at us. Like that's really the route that it seems like they want it to go, and we can't let that happen. We need to care about one another and not riot and kill each other, so that we can somehow win this battle over paper money that's essentially just pieces of paper that say, hey, I owe you for doing a job for me. I owe you something. I owe you an item. I owe you a job back. I owe you whatever it may be, but it's IOUs. We are literally handing each other pieces of debt, saying, hey, I did this. You owe me this for this. And you give me these pieces of paper of debt, which I can take to somebody else and say, hey, I've got this much debt from someone else. Can I give it to you and you give me some milk? Thank you. Like it's literally what money is. Like money is a non-existent. It's a human construct that was created to essentially get rid of the barter and trade system, as well as like pacify the masses to the sense of they all are now working towards the same thing. They all want this money. That's the most important thing. Sure, you could be a farmer and you could have cows and you could get milk, but if you don't have people to sell your milk to, or like people who you could trade it to for the specific things you need for gas for your tractor or whatever the things may be, you just have milk. So they found a way to make it easy for everybody to trade, which is great, but it also isn't great because it's done nothing but be a debt and go down in value and cause more and more debt. Like everything costs more money. Like they want you to build a credit score. Okay. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's talk about our credit score, guys. Anybody want to learn a little bit of stuff about that, like some adult stuff? So, for a credit score, they want you to build it. Therefore, you have to have a credit card and owe money to a credit company and pay that money off. By repeatedly paying off debt that you owe to the credit company is how you build your credit, which they use the same word. So your credit is different from like the credit card and the credit you owe. Anyways, you build your credit, which makes them go, oh, this guy always pays back his debts. Okay, we can trust him with more money now. So then you are allowed to now borrow even more money that you don't have because you've proven yourself that, hey, I can keep paying off whatever I am owed. But here's the little hidden jab in your ribs. This is the needles that they stick in you as they're making the deal with you that you're not unaware of. Yes, odds are you need credit to buy a house, buy a car, all this different stuff. So you're going to have to play their game regardless. But here's the thing about credit: you borrow, but you owe back more. Wait, what? Yes, you heard me correctly. You owe back more. There's a percentage that is added on to whatever credit you take. And it doesn't matter if you take this credit and literally 5 minutes later find a wad of money on the ground and turn around and go, let me pay this off immediately and pay the company immediately the same day. Doesn't matter. There is a charge added to it. And as soon as that charge is added, guess what? Guess what they're doing? They're devaluing your money. Every time you buy anything, there's a tax taken from it. Every time you borrow credit, there's a tax taken from that. At the end of the year, when you're finishing all your work stuff and you got to file your taxes, there's taxes taken from that are taken from your checks throughout the year. So they're taken from your checks. They're taken when you actually purchase the specific item. It's taken when you borrow credit. It's taken when you have a late payment. They will add an extra fee and a taxing, and everything is made to devalue money more. So everything costing more and more. And for most of us, that matters. I don't know if you understand that, but for most of us, that matters. For the top 10% richest in the world, probably doesn't matter too much. But for most of us, matters a fair amount. The way that things are going and the way everything is becoming more and more devalued. Like ultimately, what if a dollar bill becomes worth as much as a penny, and it takes $100 bills to even go buy some bread? How would you guys feel about that? Like whatever your dollar bill currency is in your country, if you're not American and it's not a dollar bill, then like what doesn't matter. But like whatever it may be, wouldn't that seem terrible to you? And it is. But here's the crazy part: within my lifetime, when I was a kid, I could buy candy from a store for change. I could go into a grocery store and they had a section with fresh baked cookies each day because the bakers who come in and bake the donuts and all that stuff. And it has and a little sign that says, "Hey kids, take a free cookie." Like that's the only thing that stayed consistent. I know there's still certain restaurants and stuff that will have like days, like a Friday or a Sunday or whatever it may be, that hey, kids eat free, stuff like that. That's the one thing that has stayed consistent, is that people will be nice to kids, or at least try to. Some people hate kids. I can't say that, but in any which way, people will tend to try to be nicer to kids. Which is good, yeah, because kids are innocent. They're not at fault, even if their parents a jerk. That doesn't mean that the kid's at fault. Like so it is good. It's a good thing, but it's just so weird to me that that's the way the world works. Is everything just goes up and up and up in price? I mean, look at how much things have gone up just in my lifetime, and yet what we're being offered is not going up to equivalents. Like the cost of living goes up by, you know, say $400 per month, but the minimum wage goes up by 50 cents, which equates to about, like 200 extra dollars you might make a month because your wage went up 50 cents. So how does the cost of living go up $400, but my actual wages only go up 200? Like it's because they want to wean us out. They don't want us to exist anymore, guys. Like if you're not the top 10% richest, prepare for it. I don't know. My son's a warrior. He's gonna be alive and dealing with it in his lifetime of whatever goes down. But I've been watching the decline of the world pretty much since the internet started existing, because people have used it as a mass way to mistreat each other and to disconnect and not have to feel bad about mistreating someone in any way, shape, and form, than rather than using it as a way to connect the world and allow people from other sides of the world to connect and share cultures and beliefs and values and grow and become one giant culture, one giant existence. So, I don't know, guys. Like, can I join you? I mean, feel free. Absolutely. If you can figure out what server I'm in and join me and all that stuff, feel free. I am just hanging out, having my friends help me with a bunch of tasks. Probably going to open like 50 of the little fire apples and, hopefully get some decent little guys. Probably give away some mares. Probably save a lot of them to give away like at least a month from now or something. But yeah, I was telling people that the giant panda is also going to be gone in a week. So they're changing the way the pet releaser is going to work. So that's pretty exciting. But I will be right back, guys. I appreciate all y'all being here. I appreciate everybody chatting with me and the questions and all that good stuff. I hope you guys have been enjoying the random chats with Alien, because you know that's what I do. Sometimes I go on tangents, but I will return. I just got a couple things to go do. Um, yeah, feel free to chat amongst yourselves or have a list of questions that are ready for me to read when I get back or whatever it may be, or sit silently and just enjoy the stream or leave the stream. I could use the watch time, but I don't, you're not required to stay, guys. I'm AFK for a bit. You're not required to stay. I appreciate y'all. Just don't ever feel like I don't like to force people. So do as you do, and plans on seeing Daredevil Born Again season 2? Absolutely. Are you kidding, Nintendo? I already seen Wonder Man. Wonder Man was amazing. So yeah, of course. I love everything Marvel. You know that, Nintendo. Of course I'm going to see it. Not a question in my mind. I'm excited to see it, actually, because I don't know. I thought Daredevil was definitely one of the better Marvel TV shows. So yeah, shall return. All right. Oh, Creepy showed up. Aloha, Creepies. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Best streamer in the galaxy. Appreciate you. Appreciate that, you know? Anyways, yeah, I was just chilling. I got officially got enough money in the game right here, this game, to buy 50 of the little fire apples that get these little fire horse guys. And they're the newest pet, and that little purple one right there, he's the rarest one. So, probably gonna buy a whole bunch of those, maybe make a couple of megas or neons or whatever. Probably end up giving most of it away. You know how I do. But yeah, just came here to stop on, make a stream, help some people find the YouTube channel because they were asking about it. And I was like, you know what? I'll just start a live stream now, and then you could just search my name, and it'll be easy. But also, that lures you guys in, and I get to see all you guys and talk to y'all about what y'all up to when y'all gaming, what y'all doing. You gaming some stuff right now, creepy? Huh? You having some funsies? Alien Neon. What did I do? A neon? Neon what? What's neon? What? What happened? I'm confused. Oh. Typing on a PlayStation is hard. There we go. Wonder Man was amazing. Felt like a real TV show. The way it was structured. Yeah, no, and it gave me like I cared about the characters. Like when I was seeing what was going on, when I started learning about his past and like and them interacting with each other, and then finding out that I can't remember the guy's name. Trevor. Trevor. Oh, I love the actor who's playing Trevor and doing all that stuff, and finding out that he was like supposed to be hired to betray him, but he didn't want to anymore. Like they had bonded so much from like that complete understanding of like you're trying to do the same thing I am. It's like when I meet another artist that's an amazing artist, but like they're not known. They like they just do their stuff. Like it, I'm like, oh man, I feel for you completely. Like, and they kind of had that instant feel with each other, and then super bonded and just went on from there. Like it was so cool. Did they talk? Okay, they're not talking to me. Okay, but yeah, it was so cool to see, and like the care for the character and like the scenes, and then uh, the scene that was just like him snapping out and hallucinating for a second. Oh my gosh, like all in all, so good of stuff. Make sure I say hi to Lily. She's always super nice. Actually, she's awesome, guys. Lily right here is super awesome and nice because you see how I have two pets out right now? She's the only reason that I have two pets. She gave me a little scroll thing that allows me to have a second pet for 1 month. It's like a limit, a time limited thing or whatever. And she just gave that to me and was like, "Here, no, this is for you. Go ahead and use it." Like, very, very cool. actually know who painted it. I didn't see who painted it. See who painted. You guys like listening to me sound out stuff while I type it? Is that better than silence, or should I just silently type? What's the call here, guys? What's the bet? Did Creepy's already leave? He hasn't typed again. Man, oh, not well today. That's unfortunate. Uh, that's the friend that was at the hospital. There's, yeah, you know, like I said, I feel for people, man. I know life is not always, yeah. And then Lily's been sick, so you know, everybody has their own stuff they got to deal with and go through. But I was hoping in this stream that I would catch some of you guys coming in. Been a while since I played with Sen. I know he was asking me to play Fortnite with him at one point. I know I completely missed like most of the free Black Ops weekend to play with creepies, which I'm sorry, bro. That was not the intention, but it happens. But I'd still love to play some other games with you creepies if you're down or got time. Let me know when and whatnot. 'Cause for the most part, today's a fairly good day for it for me. I might have to go out of the house for a little while to go do a few things later on today, but aside from that, I should be able to at least have a decent stream earlier in the day and then possibly another stream evening time. I would like to start doing that more too because that's how I get to see Sebser. He's on the other side of the world, so it's more likely if I'm up later that he'll actually be, it'll be daytime for him and he might have time to stop by and say hi. Plus Jai, haven't seen Jai in forever, but I guess Sebster still talks to him, so I told him to at least say hi for me. Tell him I'd love to see him again, but if he doesn't want to come to the stream, he doesn't have to. And I get 3 RGB boxes for that. My inventory, it's got a lot of stuff. Not a lot of wings though. Uh, I guess the airplane wings I got from the admin abuse box is actually pet wear and not wings. That sucks. I was hoping they'd be flapping airplane wings. I was actually a little bit excited. I figured maybe they'd go kind of cool on a robot. But where are they? I don't even see them now. Guess I got robbed. I opened my admin abuse box yesterday. Oh no, they're right there. Airplane wings. Yeah, so they don't flap. They're just an accessory item to put on them. I see. I got it. You probably wanted to see my pets though, is more so what you're asking about for my inventory. So I mean, I have my favorites. The lion, I have a lot of locked ones. It's usually pretty hard for me to make neons. I don't make a lot of megas. Most of my megas are actually gifts from friends and stuff like that. I think I have 3 megas total, and I might have made one of them. Yeah, I made one of them. Uh, the other two were gifts. I usually will just make neons, and then if I want to keep a neon or a normal one for myself, I will. But I usually just keep my favorite version of the pet. The Kai Juniors are an exception. I love those little guys too. Love lizard, frogs, turtles, but I also love the dinosaurs and the dragons. I keep uh, extra pets for reasons. This one, it's already has a name because it's Blitz, and that's because that one's for my son. I have certain pets in my inventory that are my son's pets. It's just he doesn't play Adopt Me as much, but I figure if I can introduce him to some people who know how to build really well and stuff, he might actually get excited by being able to build some really cool stuff in the game, learning how to do glitch houses and all that stuff. Because he learned a bunch of really cool mechanics in Minecraft pretty early on, so I think he could learn and understand, get it all down. He just has to get motivated to want to, and yeah. So, but a lot of my pets. I mean, this guy is probably just my absolute favorite. It took me forever to get this pet. From the moment I started playing, I asked a friend who also played the game after my son got me into it, tips and stuff about the game and the different kinds of pets. And the moment I saw a Tortuga with his little island on his back, I've drawn turtles with islands on their back, or mountains, or mushrooms growing out of their shells, or stuff like that all throughout my life. So yeah, that guy. I was like, I need him. And it took forever of me, like, just building up stuff and trading it to people because I had no idea what anything was worth. So I just kept probably giving myself devalued trades. And so, by the time I finally earned it and got a lot of the pets that I really wanted and had a lot of cool friends by that time that yeah, see, I don't even have a normal turtle. So that's really awesome. I hear those are really rare too. Uh, But like, yeah, I just have my awesome friends that help me get cool pets, I guess, because I'm not very good at getting the coolest ones on my own. But I do have some really cool pets that friends give me and stuff like that, and really lucky to have some really cool friends to help me get tasks or get cool pets or stuff like that. I don't know, man. I just give stuff away. I'm not really about like having to trade something for a value for this. Like to me it's more so if you look at this whole massive inventory, look how many pets are locked. Okay? Just looking at all the pets that are locked, right? If what if me as a player I need to take out my locked pets and keep them out for even just 10, 15 minutes a day to keep them happy? Or what if they start becoming unhappy and eventually they'll run away? Do you think I'd even be able to keep as many pets as I currently have locked if that was suddenly a rule put into the game? And to me, that means if I don't have time to love and care about all of these pets and be able to have them out as often as I want and stuff like this, like it's a really cool pet, but I don't really get to have it out a lot or use it a lot. And even when I do have a chance to, I will pull out one of these other ones instead, So like I would rather give it to somebody who would truly love and appreciate the pet and want to actually have it out and age it up and dress it up and do fun things with it, paint it, all these different. Those are the fun parts of the game, is getting to make your house, make your pets unique, make your world unique. Like it. That's the fun of it. Is the creativity. So if somebody truly loves this little pet and I almost never use it, I mean, I don't see why I should oh, I need a valuable trade. I need to be getting something else that I'm going to have in my inventory and never want to take out until I can find somebody else who wants this and then trade that to them. And yeah, it's just it was stressful for me having to do that to get to the Tortuga. So once I finally got my Tortuga, I was like, dude, I'm set. Like at this point, I don't have to deal with stress of trading anymore. I can just friendly share pets with people who I see are like nice and who are, just running around doing tasks or help me with tasks and stuff like that. I tend to just randomly give pets to those type of people that I see in game when I'm playing because I want it to be a cool and positive experience for them. And I mean, imagine you're a new player and then somebody randomly walks up to you and just forcibly gives you a Kai Junior. But this is your third day on the game, and your only pets so far are like two Aztec ones and your starter cat or something because you don't even play that much yet. But now all of a sudden you just randomly have this Kai Junior just chilling with you, and you're like, "What? This is my this dinosaur's falling. It's my dinosaur," and like you're just so excited. Like that sort of stuff is is worth more to me than me keeping a pet in my inventory until I get something valuable out of it. Like I don't care what's valuable. I care what I like. Like I'm not that person. So I'd rather just give it to people. And if other people want to just trade it away to somebody else, that's fine. Once I've given it to you, it's yours to do as you please with. As far as I'm concerned. It's just also nice to see when somebody like actually truly appreciates the little gift you give them, and later you see them again and they have that pet and they're proud to show you and all that stuff. Like just then, my friend coming to show me the neon dragonfly she made because I had a dragonfly on me that I never pulled out, and she was trying to get enough for a neon, and I was like, you know what? Actually, just here, just have this dragonfly. Just show me when you make a neon because I've never actually seen a neon dragonfly. And so she came and showed me. It was very, very pink colored, pinkish purplish. The neon color. Like I said, it looks fun to paint though. I bet painting that neon dragonfly, you can make some pretty cool color combo and designs for it. So yeah, good times. You love your neon parrot. Hey, I bet you would. I mean, parrots are cool pets too. I also heard those are pretty rare, but I don't know. I guess this guy was super rare too, but my friend got this one for me, and like I never even expected to have a blazing lion. They were just randomly asking me what my favorite pets were, and they were like, "But I know you, alien. Like I know you like lizards and frogs and turtles." And they're like, "But what else? Like what outside of your lizards, frogs, turtles, dinosaurs, and dragons would you span to?" And I was like, I mean, I don't know, like the little cute cuddly looking guys, like the cuddly candle is what I was telling them. And then I was like, and then I kind of like the flamey guys, like my magma snail and my guardian lion. And this was before ice guys were even out. And I was just telling them stuff like that. I was like the unique looking ones, like the sugar axolotl, and and they were like, "Huh, okay." They're like, I'll be back," and they left. And like, I don't know. I want to say it was probably like an hour of me wandering around doing tasks or something before the friend that came back, and they traded me a blazing lion. I I didn't even have much left at that time to like offer them too, because I usually, like I said, give away all my stuff, especially if I don't have it locked in my inventory. It's at risk of potentially being given away if I trade with somebody, which it's it's just how it goes with me, I guess. But yeah, I thought it was awesome, dude. Are my pets aged out? No, those are hers, right? Hers are fully aged. Yeah, post-teen and preteen. Okay. Yeah, the blazing line. When I saw a neon one, I was like, "Whoa! It looks like spacey." but I don't ever expect to be able to get my hands on three more Blazing Lions, let alone be willing to combine four super cool looking Blazing Lions into one also super cool looking Blazing Lion, but now there's three less lions in existence because of it. You know, like it's so hard. It's painful to think about how it actually has to go down to make these neons and stuff. Because in my opinion, some pets, their normal version looks better than their neons. Most pets, the neon version looks better than the mega. And a few pets, their mega version is actually the best looking version of them. That is my personal opinion. So, you know, you don't have to agree with me on it or whatever, but like a lot, like if I had a neon chameleon, I'd be happy with that because I think his neon looks really good. Um, if I remember correctly, the cactus friend, his little needles becoming the neon glow, I wasn't really a fan of it. Kind of made me feel like it makes it look more like he has acne. So I think his normal version is the best looking version of him. I think also for the Cerberus, if I remember correctly, I didn't really like the neon glow effect on him either. Um, but then like the fairy bat dragon, the neon glow effect on that one's awesome. Uh, the Dimorphodon, I'm pretty sure his was awesome also. Like there's certain ones I would want. The Frost Phoenix does look good neon, but my personal opinion, the Frost Phoenix looks best as just the normal Frost Phoenix. Uh, the Glormy Dolphin looks great, both normal and neon. That's why I have one of each locked. Uh, yeah, I don't know. Certain pets, like I said, just their normal version looks good. I don't think I mean I probably would like the Mushroom Friend as a neon. I think this Hermit Crab probably would look worse as a neon if I had to guess. The owlbear, I've seen someone who had a neon of it, and it is way worse. I'm so glad that mine's not, because you can't really see the stars going on inside of it. It's kind of really sad. Um, wait, people have cats out? It's not Tuesday. Oh no, this person actually owns two cats then. Wow, that's pretty cool. Uh, Is it just adopt me for today? No, bro. I'm planning to play some other stuff. I've been waiting to see which of y'all were going to come in chat and be brave enough to be asking me to go to other games. I just started this stream up because I had some friends asking how they could find my YouTube channel, and I figured the easiest way to do it was start a live stream and then tell them the exact title of the live stream in chat. So that's what I did. And it works. I mean, they found my live stream, so you know what? Big uppies. You're on Warzone right now, but down for whatever. Okay, okay. Marvel Rivals sounds like some fun. You been getting into the Marvel Rivals, Mando? You still been mostly on Iron Man? Like you been trying up a couple other things, or what's been the strategy? Oh, dude, guys, I got these crunch donuts. I think that's what they call them. Yeah, the crunch donuts. Oh, those are my favorite, guys. I don't know if you know the little tiny donuts. I prefer actual fresh made donuts, but the little tiny donuts, they got the crunch donut, the little coconut crumbles on them. Those things are so bomb. So if I'm a little quiet munching on donuts, what other games do I also play on Roblox? I would say the best games on Roblox are, aside from Adopt Me, uh, would be The Forge, Prospecting, the other one that was recently made by The Forge, Abyss, even though Abyss is just basically like a 3D version of Dave the Diver without the sushi side of the game. But yeah. Those ones. The How to Train Your Dragon one that Sky was telling me about. That one's actually pretty cool. Um, I don't know. There's my son has played all sorts of different simulator ones and all different stuff on my account. So, but now he also has made his own separate account too. So he might start using his account more than mine. But yeah, like so he's played a lot of ones on there too. But I would have to say, and then there's some decent ones. Like there was what was it called, like 99 Nights or something. There was one where you're like walking through the forest with like some scary things going on and stuff. Like some interesting ones for sure. But yeah, I got super into the Forge for a while there. It took a lot of grinding. Got a prismatic pickaxe on there though. Jesus, that was wow. That was hard to say. I don't know if that was because of my dyslexia or just my like some kind of mental block with two like blah blah p words in a row like that or something. I don't know. Something happened. But yeah, I am super down, guys, for finding some cool games. Want to join but can't. Yeah, the server might be full. Usually when I'm joining one of my friends, like the server tends to be full, and I have to wait in a queue, which means you can't do it from inside game. You have to like actually separately do it, but it's okay. I mean, joining me wouldn't do too much anyways. As you've seen through the entirety of this stream, it's mostly been people just carrying me around doing tasks for me, helping me out. Be out, but might arrive back home at 6 or 7. Okay, bro. So later on this evening, plus your joins are off. I mean, I don't know if they are. I've seen a lot of people have joined me before, but maybe they are. I don't know. I'd have to look at my settings at some point. But yeah, I'm super down, guys. Mando Pro. If Creepies is still here, we'll see if he wants to do some more Warzone, or if you're getting sick of Warzone, Mando, and you want to swap over to Rivals and stuff. Like, yeah, y'all just give me a little bit. I'm probably like make a sandwich or quesadilla or something. Have some kind of lunch of some kind, and then be down to figure out what other games y'all want to play. I mean, I'm even down for Fortnite or whatever you guys want. You know that. Just finally all balanced out, dude. And D&D with my son was super awesome. It was a super fun time, guys. So would advise if you got like a little nephew or something and you got a creative mind and whatnot, if you trying to get them to play and chill without being all about a screen or video games or stuff like that, want to get them off it for a while to do some other stuff, finding some cool board games or just learning how to make some stuff up and pretend you're a DM for D&D and let them roll some dice and make some stuff up. Good times, man. Just good times. Would advise. 10 out of 10. So yeah, I shall return shortly with food and with plans to game with y'all. And Pro, hopefully I'll catch you later and be able to game with you some later too. And maybe I'll still be going on Rivals by that point. You know how it is. Oh, for some reason I didn't teleport with her. Oh, it's because she left and rejoined. I think she's having some connection issues. I feel for that. Every time I try to like just log on my phone while I'm out to just like go check my lore real quick or try to like get my pet pen uh, XP and stuff. That's exactly what'll be happening. I'll be crashing in and out. I'll be lagging through every single thing. Like it's crazy. Drives me crazy. Yeah, see, the little guys are aged up. I'm glad I came flying over here. I knew it as soon as I said my pet pen. Yeah, see you, Pro. Appreciate you stopping in, buddy. You have a great day. Enjoy your time out and about, and I do hope I see you later and get to game with you, buddy. Cruising. That Lily's house? That is Lily's house. We're getting there, guys. I'm working my way up on that watch time. For anybody who didn't know and hadn't heard, the last I checked, I believe it was almost either 8 or 900 on my watch time that I was at, and that's out of 3,000. So we getting there, guys. We getting there, and I'm gonna try to get the ball rolling in a faster and more downhill motion so that we gain more momentum and get it there faster. Get over that finish line with a nice community of us that are all chill gaming, doing stuff. Hey, you know, that's that's because life is what it is. Does watch time work also work even if you're not streaming? I believe so. I believe if somebody is like watching one of my older videos or my older streams or something like that, it is still technically watch time that is accounted for within this period of time. Therefore, it doesn't matter that I'm live. It's if if they decide to watch one of my older streams because they were there on that stream and laughing and having a good time, that I think it still gets me watch time. So I believe that's also why it's almost up to like 8 or 900 is because somebody out there, one of y'all, one of my fans out there, has probably rewatched some of my older content recently and helped me get a bunch of watch time with it. So thank you, whoever that is. You know, y'all rock. Uh, they just said alien. I mean, I hope they know I'm live streaming. They don't say anything too weird, guys. Don't read chat. Everybody, look away. Look away. Cover your eyes in case you don't. It might be bad news. Don't read. Don't look. Shout out to everybody who's still in stream. I just made food, so I'm gonna be chilling, eating it for a moment. Uh, Mando, still waiting to hear if you got a game you want to play. I know Nintendo said he'd be down for some rivals, so if we got a few of us all wanting to play something, rivals or Warzone, whatever it may be, just let me know. Otherwise, I'll probably just do rivals since all I know is Nintendo for sure said he would play that. I don't even know who's still in chat, but whoever it is, let me know what you want to play. I'll probably be ready here in like 30, 45 minutes, maybe. Hopefully, maybe less. Well, depends. Burnt my mouth on the food, so got to give it a minute. Looks like Luck's voting for Rivals also. It might be a Rivals stream coming up here soon, guys. It's what it seems like. Sorry, stream. I'm almost done eating, and I've been watching the Grumps, so I'll probably be ready here soon, and then we'll probably hop over to Rivals before long. Roll call to all the people in chat. We're going to be getting ready here soon. I'm going to go medicate for a moment, and then I'll probably come back, say bye to Adopt Me Friends, maybe buy a whole bunch of apples. Uh, I don't know, open them next time, or maybe wait till next time to even buy them and open them, whatever. But any which way, yeah, seeming like I'm swapping over rivals. So if anybody else wants to join and play over there, feel free. All right, stream. I ate my food. I started up a load of laundry. I am uh, finished up here with the Adopt Me for now. Like I said, I might buy a whole bunch of horses, do giveaways of horses. I don't know. We'll see. Figuring stuff out there. But yeah, appreciate y'all coming and hanging out in the stream. Um, and yeah. Oh, OMG Pets. That's the other one I forgot to tell the guy earlier that I actually really like as a Roblox game. I thought that was pretty unique. But yeah, shout out to y'all. Appreciate you guys helping me get that watch time. Look to another stream here starting shortly. That's gonna be a Marvel Rivals stream, and hopefully I'll have some friends to play with. As always, peace, love, unity, respect. I will catch you guys in the next stream. Peace out.